rapporteur, please, from parallel session 4 on innovation.
As a chairperson for this session, I'll sum up because I don't seem to start. There's no PowerPoint, but we have a point which is PowerPoint. So, what we discussed, with our eminent expert panel and engaged, audience, we actually ran for 2.5 hours plus discussing how ICTs and mHealth can further the cause of MDGs 4 and 5. So one of the things that came out was that mHealth definitely needs to become a national agenda. So we need to work together to make this a national agenda for all health systems for the countries. Second, the governments are asking for evidence. Without evidence, you won't either have funding or even have buy-in from the government of how it can impact the MDGs 4 and 5. So clearly there is a cause, there is a need for getting evidence in whatever is happening now. Also, the point that came up was end users are already using mobile health without calling it mobile health. So what needs to be done is that we need to expand our horizons in what mHealth is about today. The interesting point that came out that mHealth has not to be limited to doctors. We need to involve paramedical staff like nurses and pharmacists and various other stakeholders in the system, to push it for addressing the issues of MDG 4 and 5. Then was the issue of standards and interoperability, very key concept, if you really want to implement mHealth or ICTs on a large scale. There was a point that came in that in as much today it is more funded by donor agencies, but it needs to move on as local governments have a buy-in, even the district government and the private sector. The interesting point was that middle class is willing to pay for ICT-backed solutions. The key thing that came again was accountability comes from counting, and ICTs and mHealth can definitely contribute to accountability of the healthcare system and MDGs 4 and 5. The key thing which is holding back mass deployment is also the health professionals staying away, thinking it's an IT thing and not health thing, is to take M away from health, is to train health professionals to learn IT. Then, so it's capacity building. Then a whole lot of data gets generated. There was a discussion about 55 million mothers, expectant mothers data available in India, and also how to use these data which are available. Very important thing came since mHealth is only like a domain 3 years old, so there are thousands of projects going all over the world. So one side we need to see the success stories, and the other side we need to also discuss failures. And that is a very valid point. Also, the design process should involve everyone, the stakeholders, right from the users to the analysts to the people who are providing service. Also, that it was said that mHealth is like an anti-aging solution for doctors who believe their age to use technology. The other thing was to put this as a part of medical curriculum if we really want to see a large number of users using mHealth. Business models always, supersede any discussion. So we said if we really want to have sustainable financing, we need to have business models for mHealth. Also, since technology involves cross-border referrals and discussions, the legal aspects related to telemedicine, ICTs, and mHealth needs to be addressed if we really want to see doctors using it. Because even in case something goes wrong, who is responsible? Also, one of the things that came out is that PMNCH could actually become the knowledge hub for collating all the various projects that are happening across the region and being a knowledge resource pool for people involved in ICTs and mHealth. So this is what was in essence discussed in our session on innovation. And lastly, the message was that innovation need not be a separate thing. It needs to be an integral part of investment, funding, implementation, and design. So hopefully next time we don't have a separate innovation session. It becomes a part of all that we do. Thank you very much.